you are encouraged to visit the website to see the remembrances of those who have passed recently. Part of our quest this weekend requires the assistance of our ancestors. We are going on a journey tonight to request the help of our ancestors. It does not matter if you have lost a loved one recently or many years ago. It does not matter if you had a good relationship with your remembered family. You may not know the ancestors who choose to come and visit you tonight. Trust that those who love you and want your success will be the ones to visit you. Get comfortable and prepare yourself for meditation. Take a deep breath in, let it out. Take another deep breath in, and as you let it out, release all the events of the past day, week, month. Take a few moments to focus your breath. As you inhale, gather all the positive energy, the happiness you have spread during the day. And as you exhale, let go of any unnecessary energy you might have picked up today. Send it back to the universe to be recycled. Go to your safe place, a meadow, a wood, a house, wherever it may be. Nothing can harm you here or on any journey you take that begins here. Feel the comfort of this familiar, protected place. Relax and feel all your muscles release more deeply. Continue breathing slowly and deeply. Find yourself once again on the shores of Avalon. The sun sets, the sky ablaze in a wash of color, reflected in the lake before you. Turning away from the water, you see the lush trees that cover the island. Some are newly sprouting, others are in blossom or full fruit, and still others have leaves turning colors or no leaves at all. Time runs differently here, and there is always fruit to be found. The sunset fades to twilight, and priestesses and priests in robes emerge from the woods, some holding torches. They make their way up the processional path through the grove of trees. One of them smiles and beckons you to join them. They wait for you to near and walk next to you on the path. The path leads to the gardens of the Red Spring. A series of interlocking circular pools has been carved into the hillside. The pools are stained red with the iron in the water, which flows from a fountain surrounded by vines. This is the river of blood that will lead you to your ancestors. Priests and priestesses, as well as others like yourself, kneel along the edges of the pool. You see them washing their hands and face, then bringing the sacred water to their lips and drinking deeply. Your companion motions you to a clear spot along the edge of the spring, and you both partake of the cleansing waters. It is fully dark now, and only the torches scattered amongst the crowd light your way. The trees clear, and the tor rises before you in the darkness. You can see torches dotting the hillside, winding around and around the tor like a snake. At the foot of the tor, on either side of the path, 2 giant standing stones mark the beginning of the processional path. Your companion whispers to you before you pass through the stones.
This is a very special evening. The gates to the Ancestor Grotto are rarely opened.
As you pass through the stones, the world seems to hold its breath. You follow the others on the winding path around the tor, first one way, then the other, slowly climbing. You begin to hear the faint sounds of drumming and chanting, though you cannot tell from which direction they come. About halfway up the hill, at the opposite side up from the standing stone gate, the procession leads into the hill. You pass through a wide archway, wide enough for 2 people to walk comfortably side by side. And there are broad steps leading down into the hill. The chanting and drumming is louder now, coming from somewhere below you. The smell of sweet herbs and incense wafts up the passageway as you descend and travel down into the earth. The steps continue down, and you wonder how deep this grotto might be. Just as you're about to ask your companion, the stairwell opens up into an enormous cavern. Mosaics cover the walls depicting different eras of humankind. You notice that people have spread themselves around the grotto, and there is enough space so that no one is near anyone else. You find a spot comfortably distant from the entrance and those around you, and turn your attention to the center of the grotto. In the center, surrounded by a ring of torches, are the drummers and singers, raising the energy within the grotto to a powerful hum. You can feel it raising the hairs on your arms and the back of your neck. The Lady of the Lake stands in the center, arms upraised, directing the energy. She is beautiful, shimmering with power, and you cannot take your eyes off her. The power continues to build until all at once the lady drops her arms and the drumming and chanting stop. The room is suddenly feeling crowded when before there was lots of space. Looking around, you see that each person that entered the grotto is surrounded by a group, all focused on the person in the middle. You turn and see smiling faces looking at you expectantly. Your ancestors have come to greet you. You may recognize some or all or none of your ancestors. Greet them, get to know them, and ask any questions you may have. Your ancestors tell you how proud they are of you and how much they enjoy seeing you grow and learn. One, the spokesperson for the group, tells you they have a task for you. Are you willing to accept their guidance? Listen to the requests they have for you. If you choose to accept the undertaking, your ancestors offer you a ring or token. This token serves as a reminder of your commitment to the quest laid upon you by your ancestors, as well as a constant connection to them and their support. Your ancestors once again express their love and gratitude to you. Take a moment to thank them and ask any last questions you may have. The drums start quietly from the center of the grotto, and the ancestors begin to fade away. The lady has been watching all the visitations, and when the last conversations have finished, she calls out loudly,
"Thank you, dear ancestors, for your love, your wisdom, and your gifts. Depart now once more in peace to the summer land, where we shall meet again at the end of days. Watch over your beloved children and guide them to their highest purpose. Farewell until next time."
The living souls begin to file out of the ancestor grotto, climbing the stairs out of the Tor. Your companion from the journey inwards joins you, and you both take your place as you make your way back up the stairs to the outside world. As you climb, look at the ring or token your ancestors gave you, and think about the commitment you have made. Before you know it, you are back in the night air. The stars twinkle brightly above you, and the moon hangs low on the horizon. The procession does not wind back and forth around the tor this time. You climb straight down the side and then walk the base of the hill to the standing stone gate. Your companion gestures you to go first. As you pass through the stones, you find yourself back in your sacred space, clutching the gift from your ancestors. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Your connection with your ancestors is stronger than ever, and you can feel their love and support, even though you cannot see them. What is the first action you will take to fulfill your ancestral quest? Take a deep breath in and let it out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes as you bring yourself gently back to the present time and the present place. Take another deep breath in, and when you are ready, open your eyes and return to the room. Would anyone like to share any of the messages you received from your ancestors? You are welcome to stay here and share stories of your beloved dead.